I have a floofy bug. Yeah. Say hello. He's purring really loud. He just decided he wanted some love, so he came over. Yeah, you look silly. Yeah. We'll see how long he stays here and whether or not he starts getting in trouble by jumping up behind the camera. I don't know. If you're new here, my name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and I have for you my empties video, this giant stack over here, which you can't even see the front crates. This is just the back crates, so there are 2 stacks of crates, Bath & Body Works and Goose Creek, and then I have a few more over here. I have almost a full crate from Yankee. I have some Homeworx, some Kringle Country, and then a few small business brand empties that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to start with Bath & Body Works because that's where I always begin. So these are empties just from September 15th through the 30th. There's a lot. I think we did a grand total between my mid-month empties and my end-of-month empties, and it's something like 85 or 90 candles that we got through. That's just in like the 3-wick large jars. So y'all, we burned a lot. I don't know how we got through that many. Some of these were half gone, so that helps. Not a normal month for me, especially because we were also on vacation for 4 of those days and not burning. That gives me hope for October. I'm looking at my October burn pile and it's insane. It's filling up my entire bar countertop, which I don't drink, so that's fine. But there's no space for any more candles to add to that pile. So it's good that we're getting these out, or these are getting purged, and we're getting October burn going. That's some body care stuff. I'm going to do that at the end because I think most of you are here for the candles. I'm going to begin with my Single-Wicks, and the first one I have is the Perfect Autumn. This is actually 2 years old. Yeah, 23. I bought this. Technically, I got it as a reward. Just now finishing it up. I do like this scent. It's a very classic autumn scent from Bath & Body Works, but I'm kind of bored of it, so it took me a while to finish it. I finally just committed. I'm going to be done with it this year. It has scent notes of fresh cranberry, spiced pumpkin, crisp apple, and rich clove. It's just your classic tart apple and cranberry with some spice. The clove is nice in here. It did decent in terms of strength and throw for its size, but the jar got really sooty, and also I don't like this like matte finish because it gets all these scratches on it and you get like soot marks on it. It just gets really ugly. So I would not rebuy this style or get it for free with a reward if it came out. But we haven't seen that jar type for a couple of years, so not with the matte finish. I also got through Island Margarita. This is one that's a carryover. I think this was in my July rotation, and I just wasn't finishing it up, but I finally got through it. It is scent notes of sweet mandarin, island mango, and sea salt. This was a sass candle I picked up this past winter for 75% off. I like it. I think I would buy this again if it were to come out next year. There's something about the way the mandarin is playing with the sea salt in here that smells almost like a cleaner to me. And I think maybe that's why I wasn't drawn to it. I also wanted the mango to come through a little bit stronger and be sweeter. It's just a very bright citrus note. It almost smells like lime to me. So I would get it again, but it's not going to be like a favorite go-to. Pink Apple Punch. This was a part of the early spring release at Bath & Body Works. This is crisp apples, sun-kissed melon, and sugar crystals. I really like this. You get the melon first and foremost, which is probably why I enjoy it for an apple scent. The apple is in there, but just adds like a hint of tartness to the super sweet melon. I don't really get sugar crystals specifically. It's just sweet. This one burned really funny. I think, you know, the jar looks relatively clean. It's not too sooty or anything, but it was a really, really slow burn. And you could let this rip for like 8 hours. And it didn't tunnel. It didn't get sooty. So I don't know if it's the painted jar that had that effect or if it was the wick type. It performed in terms of burn quality. So I would absolutely get one of those again. I did enjoy it. This is another one that is carryover, I think, from July. Fresh watermelon. I'm a bit on the fence about this scent. I feel like there's like a rind note in here that ends up just smelling like really overripe fruit. It almost smells rotten to my nose. And I'm not drawn to it. Actually, I was burning this one and the Island Margarita together which it was okay together. I didn't mind it so much. But it took a lot to finally force me to just finish this up, which usually if that's the case, it means I shouldn't rebuy it. I like the wax color, and it was a clean burn. There's something about this watermelon scent that I don't like. I like the watermelon lemonade better. This is fresh cut watermelon, pink sea salt, and sweet sunshine. I don't know what that's supposed to smell like. But it just smells like really, really ripe watermelon. I don't know if I'd re-get that one. Book Loft. I do have 2 of these that I bought stocked up on with rewards when it first came out, and I'm having a little bit of regret because this had absolutely no strength or throw in my bathroom. I could barely smell it even with the door closed. And I love Book Loft. It's my favorite scent in the 3-wick. It's crisp bergamot, woods, and a warm blanket. The bergamot's really sharp. The sweet's a little bit cloney to my nose, but I like it. It's not offensive to me. I don't know. I might destash the other 2. We'll see. Just because I couldn't smell it. And the last single wick from Bath & Body Works is Autumn Drive. I really like this one. I've already picked another one up. This did perform really well in my bathroom. You could smell it. It was strong. It had good throw. A little bit of tunneling there at the end, but I think that's just because the wick died before it got to a full wax pool. I did not actually have issues with this tunneling while it was burning. This one is Wild Raspberry, Warm Amber, and Vanilla Birch. Yeah, really sweet and fruity. Feels a little bit fall-like and woody. It's refreshing when you compare it to all the heavier fall scents that are out there, which is one of the reasons I feel like I was really drawn to it. All right, let's move on to the 3 wicks. Now this one is going to look funny, but it is what it is, y'all. So this is the Vanilla Noir. This pour candle. I went back and forth between Michigan and California 3 times this summer. This was the only one that didn't survive the trip, and each time I was traveling with anywhere from 12 to 24 candles that I brought with my luggage, and only 1 casualty, and that was the Vanilla Noir. The hubs, trying to be helpful, tried to rejar this. For whatever reason, he thought that you could get rid of an air pocket underneath of the wax by sticking a chopstick down the side of the jar. And I told him, I was like, you're going to break the jar, and we should put that in the freezer. He's like, why would you freeze it? And then as he was saying that, the jar broke. So even after trying to rehouse it, that jar broke. So finally, I got another empty, stuck in the freezer. Couldn't get it to fit into the jar. And finally I was just like, you know what? It won't fit. Forget it. I will just crock it. So I crocked it for about a week and a half. You can still smell it a little bit. I did try lamping it after that because I thought there was more life in it, but the lamp didn't project anything. So it's done. And this was a light candle anyways. So with the crock and the lamp not producing, this would not be a repurchase for me. Poor thing though, it has been through it, y'all. And I know you're not supposed to use Ziploc on, wax that smells right, but this is just going in the trash. So I don't care that it's in a Ziploc for that reason. So that's Vanilla Noir. Sorry, I can't show you the jar. It was smashed into a bazillion pieces from the airport. Got through Eucalyptus Rain. This one ended up growing on me. I'm kind of over eucalyptus at the moment, but I do like this one. It's aromatic eucalyptus, spearmint leaves, and fresh spring rain. There's something about the aquatic note in here with the mint that I enjoyed. It feels more like creamy, more like a body lotion to me almost, and it's not quite as harsh or as sharp. It doesn't burn the nose as much. I would rebuy this if it came out next year. Also super clean burn with this particular jar and label. And I really loved the blue lids on this collection. That one I think I picked up at Summer Sass. Got through Sea Salt and Sails. The hubs did not like this one. He said it's too cologne-y. I definitely thought it was too cologne-y when we first bought it, to the point where I almost brought it back, but then it kind of grew on me. I don't know if I'd get it again. The stepdad likes it too. I have another one at his house that I'll probably be finishing up in October this month when I go back and visit. We'll see. The jury's out on whether or not I would buy this again next year. I probably would pick it up at Sass for 75% off though. It's Ocean Sea Spray, Aloe Vera, Nectar, and Driftwood. Yeah, it just has like a hint of cloniness. I'm guessing from the driftwood note that's in here. But it's aquatic, it's fresh. I feel like it's a little bit bright. And then you just have like this weird underlying cologne-y note that is a little bit off-putting. Performed pretty well in my open concept space. You got a sense of it in the area where it was burning. Didn't fill the space, but did well considering open concept. And the last one in the top crate is Strawberry Strudel. This is the first one, y'all. Good riddance. That's all I'm going to say. This thing has been nothing but a nightmare. No strength, no throw, could barely smell it. I did buy a second one. I did buy a different batch number. If you want to see my review on this, I'll go ahead and put a card up here. Got a little bit of slack, I think, for saying this wasn't a performer because lots of people love it. I do have the second one. It is okay. It's not as bad as this one, but it's definitely not the scent beast I was hoping for based off of other people's experiences. So I don't know. Wax pool is super gross too. Yeah, that used to be more of a white colored wax. So I am done with this particular scent. I'm going to finish up the second one I bought and then I'm moving on. And that's nothing against you if you like it and yours performed. I trust you. I believe you. It just isn't working for me. Finished up a Cozy Sunday Night. I actually picked this one up last year at the fall sale around this time last year. This is Warm Cinnamon, Crystallized Ginger, and Vanilla Bean. I love this one so much. It is so warm and so cozy. The ginger in here is just beautiful. It actually smells a lot like the sugared ginger chews that you can buy. The way that the vanilla bean plays with the ginger and the cinnamon almost makes this smell like a pumpkin spice latte, but there's not a coffee note in it. So I like to actually pair this with like Paris Café or just the plain coffee scent from Bath & Body Works, and it smells like the best pumpkin spice latte. So if you have a coffee candle, it goes really well with this one. Pretty clean burn too. No issues with sooting, dudding, any of that kind of stuff. Milk Bar Birthday Cake. Yes, I did get through this already. Y'all, this one is an interesting burn. Super clean. Didn't have any soot or really much residue at all. I also got kind of tired of it. I'm not huge on vanilla birthday cake scents anyways, and then it wasn't that strong. I was using it in my open concept. It did okay in my bedroom in terms of strength, but I don't want my bedroom to smell like cake. The last day I lit this, I let it rip for easily 8 or 10 hours, and it never sooted. It never got too hot. I didn't have to trim the wicks. It was a very steady, smooth, clean burn. Didn't dud out. So burn quality is amazing on this one, but just not the scent for me. Layered vanilla cake, creamy frosting, and rainbow sprinkles. Yeah, it's mostly frosting. I wanted more cake. Oh, I love this one. I need to get another one of these, especially if it goes on a deep discount. Autumn Woods. I love the jar too. I love the shininess of the green. Super clean burn on this one. Hard to see if there's any soot in there, but the wax pool is not discolored, so you know it's a good one. This has scent notes of dark walnut, English lavender, and white amber. This is a little bit cologne-y, but tolerable for me. I also felt like it was really nice and woody. Like it feels like a raw wood, like a dark, deep, woody note, probably coming from the walnut in here. The lavender, the amber are playing nicely together. I don't directly get lavender. It just feels kind of sweet and a little bit floral. It's almost like a perfect blend of like masculine woods and like feminine floral. So I do like it. It's more woody than floral in my opinion though. That absolutely would be a repurchase for me. This one I grew to love. Sugared Pretzel Twist. This was a candle that came out right before Summer Sass and then it went 75% off at Summer Sass. I'm regretting not buying more than one because I ended up falling in absolute love with this. Clean burn, just a little bit of wax discoloration. This has scent notes of buttery pretzel dough, sweet cinnamon sugar, and sea salt. And y'all, I really love that it's a simple, slightly sweet, slightly spicy, bready note. It is not too cinnamon roll vibe. It's not too spicy. It's not too sugary. It's not too bready. It's just perfectly well balanced. I do feel like you pick up on like a salty, dry element that's really pleasant. Yeah. I really like it. I will absolutely be picking up more of these if I see them at Winter Sass this year, or if I see them at my outlet store. Welcome Home. This was a Winter Sass candle that I picked up. The Hubs likes this one a lot more than I do. It's cinnamon sugar, warm apple butter, clove buds, and brown sugar. I think it's the apple butter that's a little bit off-putting to me. It literally smells very buttery. It's not a bad thing. I just wanted more of the cinnamon sugar and the clove to come through. And this kind of ends up just reading like a really sweet, slightly spiced butter. Went really well with some of the other pumpkin spice candles I was burning. So for that reason, it made a good companion. Relatively clean burn too. Clean wax pool. I would only buy this again because he likes it. And even then, I would only pick it up at 75% off like I did during Winter Sass. I got through Mountainside Mist, which I am told is the exact same scent notes as the Summer Rain candle that I got through last month. This one's chilled open air, fresh musk, and juniper berries. I really like it. It's very clean. I like that it feels a little bit aquatic. I feel like the juniper in here does not read too sharp. It's not too sappy or sweet. And in general, I think this is a very pretty, good summer candle. I don't know exactly that I would have put it in a camping and or fall collection. I did like it as Summer Rain better. Although I think this one smells better, and that might just be my head or the label or the fact that it was a super stellar clean burn. Not a good thrower though, not good strength, but I enjoy it. I would get that again if it comes out next year or if I see it at Winter Sass. We got through one of our Hummingbird Teacakes. Also picked this up at Winter Sass. This is one of the Hub's favorites. It's pineapple cake batter, cinnamon spice, toasted pecans. And to me, this smells just like a banana bread, but with pineapple instead of banana. This one's a little bit sooty. The smell is a little bit sooty, although I don't see a whole lot of soot in the jar. Pretty clean burn. The wax pool just slightly discolored around this back wick here, so maybe that's what I'm smelling. These were, $6.75 or something like that. I still have 2 more of these left from Sass. Would absolutely rebuy that again, and have. Afternoon apple picking. This is in the new fall label. Did not get this at any Sass or discount price. I think it's standard sale, maybe with a coupon. Crisp apple, succulent pear, and cinnamon. This isn't a repurchase for me. I found it to be a little bit boring, and I don't think the strength and throw was all that good. There is a better pear apple candle I was burning from Goose Creek. I can't remember the name of it. Orchard something. I'll put a picture of it up here. It doesn't have a spice note in it, but it smells very comparable to this, and I liked that one better. It was much stronger. I feel like it was better well balanced. You got both pear and apple. Glad I tried this one. It was my first year burning this one, but I wouldn't pick this up again. I wouldn't even pick this up at Summer or Winter Sass, just because I like the Goose Creek one so much better. I need to buy another one of those. Got through Palo Santo. This was originally in my August rotation. I love Palo Santo, anything earthy, patchouli. Those are my vibe. The Hubs does not like Palo Santo, so it took me a couple months to get through this. I had to be strategic about when I burned it. It's Palo Santo wood, warm amber, and soft musk. And this one, of all the Palo Santo ones I got through and am still getting through, this one feels pretty smoky to me. I almost feel like I get a leather note in here. It doesn't say there is one, but I get like leather vibes from it. I like it. It's not my favorite Palo Santo from Bath & Body Works. And actually I have the one I liked better in here. Pretty clean burn, just a little bit of wax discoloration. I probably would still get this one, but only if it were really cheap and I had the storage space. Because the one I really like, which did not come back this year, is Palo Santo Vanilla. I like how the vanilla in this one takes some of that woody smokiness edge off of the Palo Santo. This one's Palo Santo, woody musk, and tonka bean. And tonka bean is woody, but also vanilla-like. And from sniffing this straight up smells like it has vanilla bean in it, not tonka. But I'm here for it. I really liked the soft creaminess of it with the woody, kind of smoky Palo Santo. It was a clean burn. This was another one I picked up at Winter Sass for 75% off. I'm going to miss it. I should have bought 2. I did not. So, goodbye. Goodbye, my love. Okay, this one. I have a note on this one. It dudded at the halfway point. This is the Tropidelic, and I know some of y'all are looking at the label and you're very excited and you've missed this candle. I did get this at Winter Sass. It took a lot for me to get through this candle. I don't love it. It's too floral for me. Irresistible Passion Flower Liang Liang Misty Rainforest. It's good. It is very like classic tropical floral, sweet, sharp. It's just too much. It's too much floral for me. I don't like floral candles that much. It also, I swear, was the slowest burner I've ever experienced in my life, and that's probably because it was dudding. I felt like I was never, ever going to get rid of it. And I could have just given up, but I loved the way it looked when it was lit because this jar is cool, y'all. It's really pretty when it's lit. Had a wandering wick over here. Gotta get my finger on the right side. So ended up just giving up. It's not completely gone, but very close. I mean, it's like right here. So would not rebuy that. Was happy to have had the jar. And the last candle from Bath & Body Works is the Ocean. This one had no strength or throw. Kind of made me a little bit sad. I really liked this in my blends candle, the Ocean with Vanilla Bean. This is Blue Cypress, Vetiver, and Coastal Air. Also, I will say on cold, it feels a little bit cologne-y to me. I think it's the Vetiver that's in here. But on warm, I didn't get cologne vibes at all. It was just very aquatic and kind of warm and comforting. I also was burning this with, it's in a Goose Creek crate over here. It was like the Smurfs vanilla ice cream one, because I was trying to like recreate the blends Ocean with Vanilla Bean. It was close, but it didn't compare. I do still have one more of those blends left, but I'm kind of hoarding it because it's my last one. So would I rebuy this? I got this at the outlet store for $6, probably for that price, but otherwise no. Didn't have enough strength and throw for me. Okay, almost forgot. Body care empties. And there are a lot of soaps in here because, as you may recall, if you've been watching my channel, the hubs was sick this last month. So we got through 3 hand soaps because, y'all, I was washing my hands every 5 seconds. My skin was going to fall off. I was washing my hands so many times. I didn't get sick, though, so it worked. Candy Apple Cauldron. This one has scent notes of mysterious green apple, simmering sugar, and crystallized bergamot. Personally, I like this one in the candle. I don't like it in the hand soap. It dries down too perfumey for my nose, so I would not rebuy this in soap form. However, I have a ton of the candles. We also got through the Stranger Things Demogorgon. This one is really nice and incensey as a foam soap. I enjoy it. I don't know that I would rebuy it, but I'm happy to have had it. It feels good for the Halloween season. I do like it. It's black orchid petals, spicy cedarwood, and dark patchouli. Not available anymore, so it doesn't matter anyhow, but probably would rebuy that again. And then just your classic, the Perfect Autumn in the gel form. This is because I have a gel dispenser at my kitchen and bathroom sink. Fresh cranberry, spiced pumpkin, and crisp apple. This one, I like the apple in it, but mostly because it's buried by kind of an artificial jammy cranberry note. It is classic. I would buy it every year. It's almost a necessity for a hand soap in the fall. So I absolutely would get that again. This is actually from 2 years ago, I think. This is from 23? Yeah, 23. So that's been in my closet for a while. The hubs got through his moisturizing body wash in the Vanilla Café scent. He has talked nonstop about how much he loves not only this scent, but the moisturizing body wash. So we're going to pick him up another one. He has a reward that's expiring. We're going to pick him up another one. We're going to get one for him this weekend. This is also just within the reward price, $18.95. He used up his daily face lotion. You know, I'm wondering, is this the same face lotion as the woman's bottle that's like pink or fleshy color? I think it's probably the same because they both say with hyaluronic acid. Maybe the scent is different because this says it has lavender and sage in it, and I think that one's unscented. Anyway, he really likes this. He's already repurchased it, so he has another one he's working on now. It looks like we didn't get through much of our Pocketbacs, but that's because I have 3 that are almost empty that we brought to Disney, so we'll have a lot next month. This one is in the strawberry pound cake scent. No scent notes on there, but it's like classic Bath and Body Works. Was it strawberry and sponge cake and whipped cream or something like that? And then I got through a hand cream in the water scent. And I use this, well, for two things. One, I use it on my feet. I put it on my feet before I go to bed at night. Usually try to do it almost every night, but I'm slack on it sometimes. Really helps keep my feet from cracking and from feeling really dry. And then I also use it as like a cuticle oil. It's not technically cuticle oil, but it is a hand cream. My cuticles get super dry. I get hangnails all the time. And when I don't use this, it gets worse. So I've been using this also on my hands at night. I don't do it during the day because I don't like how it leaves oily residue. And I also don't want to wash it off. So I always put it on before I go to bed. All right, that is everything for Bath and Body Works. So let's move into talking about Goose Creek, which is this giant stack over here. Start with a Single-Wick, the one and only in the cotton candy scent. This would not be a repurchase for me. I really love the scent. I loved the wax color, and I really, really appreciate how Goose Creek's Single-Wicks perform. Almost no tunneling, no sooting whatsoever. Always really good burns. But this was unscented. It had no scent or throw for me. Blue raspberry, pink berries, and spun sugar. Beautiful on cold, no fragrance on warm. Really at all? Maybe a little bit if I could shut the door, but I don't usually like burning candles with the door shut. This one is actually an unempty, and I didn't put it in my D-stash because it's going to go in the trash. It's oatmeal cream pies. To be fair, I've had this for over a year, and this was poured in 2023, so this is an old one. I broke it back out to start burning it because I think there's like an oat. There's an oat, a cream, and I swear there's a spice note in here. Yeah, it just stinks now. I don't want to smell it. It smells burnt, like straight up. Like you burned something and stuck it in the jar. I did try lamping it. It did not help. So I am going to throw it away. I don't see soot. I don't see wax discoloration that would make me think that this would smell burned. But it's disgusting. So that is going right in the trash. And I don't feel bad about it. Would not be a repurchase. This is chocolate dipped banana. This was a gift to me from my viewer and friend Taylor. She sent me 2 of these. We did like a candle exchange. She knew I really liked this one. It's frozen banana, dipped chocolate, and caramel drizzle. This is my second one to get through. I like it that much. And to me, it smells exactly how a frozen banana tastes when you first bite into it. And you get that like really sugary, ripe banana with like a softly melting chocolate. Love it. Decent strength, decent throw. Did get some wax discoloration in this one, although it did not affect the smell. So, decent performer. And actually, you're going to see this whole collection, the Seaside collection. I have quite a few of those empties because I did a Carnival rotation or like Carnival theme in my September rotation. This collection did not do well in terms of burn quality. You're going to see a lot of soot. Like a lot of soot, more than usual. So some quality control issues with that collection. I got through peanut butter sugar, fan favorite, but not a favorite of mine. It would not be a rebuy. And then I do have a note here that it got swampy in the last third. This is also a soot bomb. I don't know how much that's going to come through, but there is soot all over the inside of this jar. And the wax pool is sooty. That's with me trimming before every burn, watching, never burning this one for more than like a half hour or 2 hours at a time. And it still was a soot monster. And it just doesn't smell like peanut butter to me. It's creamy peanut butter, marshmallow topping, and sugared waffle cone. And honestly, this smells like you bought a cheap lotion that is peanut butter scented. That's what it smells like. I was going to add more, but that's it. It smells like a body care with peanut butter in it, but it's not cheap. It's cheap. It's like not a quality oil. It doesn't smell like peanut butter. I don't know. People love it though. So it's just me. You know, everybody loves Trick or Treat. I don't like that one either. I don't like peanut butter sugar. Now this one I'm going to eat crow on. Because when I originally did this review, I was like, this candle's boring. It's the Jamaica from the World Traveler collection. Fruitcake. And I remember looking at the scent notes, which are dried fruits, island spice, Caribbean rum, and warm cake. And I stand by what I said on how this smelled on warm. I said this is basically just a spice cake. And I kind of dismissed it and was like, where's the fruit? Where's the rum? I still want more fruit. I still want more rum, but y'all, the spice on this, it's so pretty. I'm gonna miss it so much. I regret not burning further through it sooner. I intentionally saved it for harvest season, which I don't regret, but I also regret not burning it so I could buy 2. If this comes out again next year, I absolutely would repurchase it. Clean burn too. I was burning this one with the sugared pretzel twist from Bath & Body Works. Lovely. Perfect combination. I got through my odor eliminating Warm and Welcome. As y'all know if you watch my channel, this is one of my all-time favorites from Goose Creek. Clean burn. I've had a lot of questions about whether or not the odor eliminating is different from the other versions. In my opinion, it is. Kent from the Candle channel, who used to work at Goose Creek, has confirmed that the formula is different. I believe him, because this one burned faster and was stronger than the other Warm and Welcomes that I have burned. I have already rebought this, not in the odor eliminating, although I wish I would have. It is like a classic warm body care vanilla that has really good strength and really good throw. Vanilla cashmere, marshmallow creme, white mocha, and warm amber. Little bit perfumey, but not off-putting. Love that one. Palo Santo coconut. This is Palo Santo creamy coconut and vanilla musk. A lot more musk and a lot more coconut than, say, the Bath & Body Works vanilla Palo Santo or their Palo Santo. I like this one a lot because the coconut adds some like creamy earthiness and the vanilla musk adds some warmth and sweetness to the Palo Santo. I have 2 more of these because 2 of y'all have gifted me one of these. So I would repurchase it, but I don't need to. Moonlit Slow Dance. This is another one I absolutely would repurchase. I love the woodiness in this one. It's toasted marshmallow, vanilla whiskey, warm sandalwood, and moonlight amber. There is like a woody sweet note in here. I'm guessing it's coming from the whiskey as well as the marshmallow, that sweetness. It reads a bit like a perfumey tonka. It's not what it is, but yeah, it's like raw wood, syrupy from the whiskey. Feels a bit masculine, feels a bit feminine from the amber. It does read a little bit perfumey, but for me, it wasn't offensive. This was also a really good performer. Didn't have soot or wax discoloration, and it had good strength and throw. Probably will buy another one of these before it sells out. It's backup worthy to me. And the last one in this tray is Summer Veranda. Again, this is one of the Summer Seaside candles. This one is also a mess. Wax pool got a lot of discoloration, although again, it didn't seem to affect the scent. On warm, I liked this one. I don't think I'd go out of my way to rebuy it. It's floral. It's summer blooms, fresh ocean air, and dune grass. It's very fresh, very sharp. Feels very clean. Almost like a laundry vibe. But just a bit too floral for me. So that would not be a rebuy. But I would recommend it if you like summer florals. The one that I was pairing with Ocean is this one. A Smurfy New Treat. This is part of the Smurfs collab. It's vanilla ice cream, sugar cone, and crystallized sugar. This one kind of has a burn tinge to it as well, and I'm noticing the wax pool is just slightly discolored, and we do have some soot residue on the side of the jar. So not the cleanest burn. I would not rebuy this one. The Hubs really liked it. He liked the sweet kind of cloying vanilla aspect of this. It does actually smell like, it smells like melted vanilla ice cream to me. You know, like how when it melts, you think, oh, I'm going to still drink that. And then it has just this different like texture. It's very creamy. I feel like you taste the fats better. That's what this smells like. So I just didn't like it. There are better vanilla scents that I'd rather have than that. Brown Sugar Churros. Another one from the Seaside collection, and another one that had some soot problems. That's a soot ring there at the bottom, y'all. So last third was pretty gross. Wax pool's also discolored, although hard to see because it's a light brown wax. Fried churros, brown sugar, and cinnamon spice. This does legit smell just like a churro. I mean, like, just like a churro. Like, you just took a bite out of it, and you're getting the dough taste in your mouth, and the cinnamon sugar is kind of going up your nose. Very authentic. Not super strong, not great throw, And the burn issues is not a repurchase for me. Oh, Jungle Pebbles. Oh, I love this candle so much. This is one that my friend, my viewer, Denise, shipped me. So cool to see the old label. This is, what, 2 years old? I can't read the number on the bottom. Now, before I show you the inside of this candle, if you're new to Goose Creek, you don't understand. If you were shopping with Goose Creek 2-3 years ago, and many of y'all who are watching, maybe only for the Bath and Body Works stuff, you're like, oh, I tried that once, I will never go back. Their candles were so sooty and gross. You're right. They were. And were is the key word here, because the new ones, as I've been showing you, have not been this bad. Okay? This, holy soot. That's what I like to say. This is bad. I didn't do anything different with this one either. But this is, I think, the soot monsters. This was normal for Goose Creek a couple of years ago. They have vastly improved their burn quality. They still have some issues, but y'all, you know, gross. Did I burn it anyways? I sure did, because the hubs loved this scent. No scent notes on here, but it is like straight up very bright citrus, lemony. I feel like there's a little bit of lime in there. It smells like cereal, a little bit lactonic. And despite all the soot, it doesn't smell smoky. So, you know, would I buy this one again? I absolutely would. Is it back out? No. Will it be in this jar? No. But I did enjoy it. So did he. So thank you, Denise, for sending that to me. Countryside wine tasting. This one, y'all, I can't say enough good stuff about it. It is delicious. You need to put it in your cart. Don't let the barrel-aged Merlot note fool you. Also, don't let the velvet cherry note fool you. Also, don't let the juicy plum note fool you. Those are all scent notes that could be really off-putting to people. This is divine. I really like it. And the last note, by the way, is rustic spice. To me, this is just fruit ambiguous. It reads almost like a fruit punch to me. It does not smell boozy. It does not smell like Merlot to me. It was a good burn, clean burn. I didn't have issues with dudding. I didn't have issues with too much soot. I have a little bit here. But for the most part, very clean. That might be lighter related to. Hard to tell. Excellent strength. Excellent throw. I was pairing this with Autumn Drive from Bath and Body Works. I was pairing this with my apple candles. I was pairing this with my woody candles. Makes for a great companion and just as a stellar performer. Highly recommend that one. Another one from the Seaside Boardwalk collection. This is the Sweet Saltwater Taffy. Scent notes are creamy strawberry, sugared lemon, whipped vanilla, and soft taffy. Yeah, this one just smells sooty. And it is discolored. That used to be pink wax. So the wax has turned real sooty. I did actually stop burning this one because it has gotten so gross. Like with many of the others from this collection, Blueberry Funnel Cake, same thing. It started to smell burned. I gave up on it. I would repurchase it in a different jar, although I would have liked more strength and throw from it. It was a little bit weak. And the last one in this tray, Autumn Road Trip. Y'all, this is also one of my favorites from the fall, all the fall collections at Goose Creek this particular season. Super clean burn, no discoloration, no soot. I love the acorn note in here. It's wild fig, autumn acorns, fall foliage, and a cool breeze. This, to me, literally smells like you went for a walk in the woods and there are acorns from oak trees and you kind of smash one with your foot and you like see it open up and you can smell. Like acorns have a smell when they're smashed. It smells like smashed acorns with like dead dry leaves and fresh air. With like a kiss of fig. And like purple fig. It's a little bit earthy. A little bit sweet. Yeah, this is really pretty. I may have to buy another one of these before the season is over and keep it for next year because I love it. That one and the wine tasting one were a little bit of a surprise to me how much I enjoyed it. Coconut Caramel Apple. Yes, another soot monster from the Seaside collection. Worth it to me, however, because this scent is amazing. I love it. It smells so good I can smell it even with what little is left in here. It's sweet apple, toasted coconut, and gooey caramel. It is sweeter, it's creamier, and there's less tartness in this one. Compared to, do I have that in this month? Yeah. Compared to the standard caramel apple, which is also really good. Much more tart. So if you want really, really tart apple with sweet caramel, this is the way to go. Also the only one that's still available. If you want more sweetness and creaminess, less apple, this is the way to go. Sold out. Delicious in the wax melt as well. Also sold out. Would absolutely rebuy this even with the nasty soot ring at the bottom. I don't care. I'd buy 5 of those if it were available. It's not. And since I pulled this one out, super clean burn on this one. Loved the green wax. And this one is a beast. Super strong. Fills the room. Fills the open concept. It's that strong. Crisp apple, warm caramel, and vanilla cream. Yeah, really good. Just a beautiful, authentic caramel apple. A little heavy on the caramel, which is the way I like my caramel apples, and feels almost like a green apple to me. I also got through Belgium in the Sweet Shop scent. This is also part of the World Traveler collection. I was burning this one with Jamaica and Sugared Pretzel Twist because they're kind of similar. It's warm pastries, baked dough, vanilla icing, and sweet bakery air. This is my least favorite of those 3. It's a little too bready for me, and it smells more like a bread you would bake for like sandwiches than it does a dessert bread. And then it smells a little bit sweet and a little bit cinnamony. So it's like, am I smelling a pretzel? Is this bread dough? Is it pastry flakes? It's okay. I wouldn't rebuy it, especially not with Sugared Pretzel Twist and Jamaica as options. Also used up Austria. By the way, I have a viewer who is waiting for this jar. I have not forgotten about you. I'm going to send you an email and let you give me your address so I can ship it to you. She's collecting these jars and doesn't have Austria, and I told her I would send it to her. Super clean burn too, so that'll be nice for storing. It won't be stinky. This one is sweet cinnamon apples, ground clove, and puff pastry. It's kind of just your classic like apple pie vibe, but for me it's more filling than pastry. I almost got no pastry note out of this at all. Just a very solid sweet baked apple with a hint of tartness. I'm going to put this separately so I don't throw it away. I would absolutely rebuy that, but it wouldn't be my first choice for an apple scent. Espresso Cake Pop is next. One of my all-time favorites. This is vanilla cake batter, warm chocolate cake, espresso beans, vanilla frosting, and sprinkles. Relatively clean burn. That's actually like oily residue from the wax, not soot, although there is some soot up here. So relatively clean burn. On warm, this is a stellar performer, throws, has good strength. And to me, smells like raw brownie batter. That's the best way I can describe it. I love it. I have multiples of this. I've shared this with a viewer. That was actually one of the Goose Creek candles that I gave away because I love it so much I wanted to share it. You need that in your bag. I need this one in my bag. Farmhouse Lavender. This is one that grew on me. So in the review, I was like, I hardly get any lavender from this at all. Super disappointed. About a third of the way through, the lavender picked up, and it's really nice. And I know that some of y'all have compared the lavender in here to the lavender that is in Lavender Sugar. I don't disagree in that it gives me the same lavender vibe, but nowhere near the same level of strength. And I'm certainly not thinking about eating it in this one, which it makes more sense to my brain. It makes it more pleasurable for me. It's dried lavender bundles, white pumpkin, and farmhouse spice. And this is just earthy and sweet. It feels a little bit soapy to me. I ended up really, really falling in love with this one. Pretty clean burn. The only thing is it got swampy at the 30% left point. So about a third of the way through, it swamped out. It never came back. Don't care. I'd still buy it. And I recently picked this up in the wax melts. We'll see how that performs. Last one in this tray, Finally Fall. Haven't seen this one back this year. I do have a backup, so I'm happy about that. Black pepper, white citrus, leaves, and cardamom. Yeah, it's very earthy. I get a woody note to this. I think it's the way the black pepper is playing with the leaves. It almost ends up smelling like a sharp smoked wood. It's not smoky per se, but my brain is telling me there's smoke here when there isn't. The cardamom is nice and warm and helps to balance that out. And I don't get citrus. But sometimes I'm nose blind to citrus scents. Had some soot in this one, nothing too bad. Some wax residue. Like I said, I do have one more of these. I actually just pulled it from my backstock because I finally filmed my collection video. Oh, it's going to be an editing nightmare, but it'll be out soon. Y'all will enjoy it. Got through lemon butter cake. This is not a repurchase for me, at least not in this jar. You can't see it very well, but the wax pool is really discolored and sooty. That used to be kind of a soft pastel yellow. Jar is relatively clean. Well, maybe not. It looks dark over there, light over here, so sooty on one side. It didn't perform in terms of strength and throw. I would put it on par with Bath & Body Works Ice Lemon Poundcake. And then with the burn sooty issue, it smells a bit burned. I wouldn't rebuy it. Yeah, look at the bottom. The wax on the bottom is gross, y'all. This one is candied lemon zest, dense butter cake, and sugary vanilla glaze. It smells almost exactly like Ice Lemon Poundcake from Bath & Body Works. It's a little bit juicy, a little bit bright, and a little bit sweet, and a little bit cakey. Marshmallow candy apple. Although the picture shows tart green apples with marshmallow and caramel, that is not what this smells like because this is mostly a pear candle. It's green apple, candied pear, and sweet marshmallow. Yeah, and this is just straight up pear with a hint of apple tartness that reads a little bit perfumey to my nose. And then, yeah, like an ooey gooey marshmallow. There's no caramel in this. It doesn't smell like caramel, and it's mostly pear. So if you like pear candles, you would like this one. I enjoyed it. I probably would repurchase this at a good price. I'd repurchase it anyways, but I don't have storage space right now. And there's too many other good ones in here I'd rather store, but I do recommend it for you. Medium strength and throw on that one. Apple cider ice cream. For me, this is a one and done, not because it's a bad candle. It burned well until the bottom part really got a little bit sooty there in the end. It just was a little bit boring to me. It's apple cider, sweet caramel, and creamy vanilla ice cream. It's authentic. It does smell like apple cider ice cream. It just didn't wow me. It was a little bit boring. I wanted it to be a little more gourmandy. Strength was okay. Definitely not a powerhouse. Oh, here's another unempty. Pink bubblegum. Y'all, I can't do it. One, because this is starting to look real gross. First of all, wax residue and soot on the side of the jar. You can see how this is like pink and sooty. It kind of looks like charred pig skin. I don't mean to get gross, but like if you've ever barbecued a whole pig, that's what it starts to look like. And it's off-putting. Pair that with the fact that I think of amoxicillin when I smell this, and it brings me back to being a kid with ear infections, and I'm good. Pink bubblegum, confectioner sugar, and sweet vanilla. It is very authentic. It smells just like pink bubblegum. It smelled strong to me, but I know some of y'all have said yours was weak. The hub said he couldn't smell it. I think it's my brain being triggered by bad memories of amoxicillin. Goodbye. I don't want it. And the last Goose Creek candle is my beloved Sandy Cheeks. I was burning this one with Autumn Road Trip because this also has an acorn note in it. It's oak tree, wild acorns, and garden greenery. And this straight up smells like oak leaves and acorns. This smells like you were out raking the yard, mid-fall, tons of leaves, and you live under oak trees. So pretty. So well done. I don't think I associate it with SpongeBob. Got a little bit of soot. And I would have much rather have seen this in a fall label. Wax pool's a bit discolored. But I have two of these because they sent me, I bought one, they sent it to me. It came broken, so they sent me another one. So I technically have two here. Plus I have one of the stepdads because I'd already reordered it. So I really like this one. And last I looked, it was still available. That's all my Goose Creek. Now I have 4 over here from Yankee that I got through. And at this point, I'm really just trying to get through my Yankee collection and just purge Yankee from my house in general. And I did get through a few of them that have been around for a while. This one is Autumn Wreath. I bought this one in 23. Yeah, 23. I don't have the scent notes, but I know there's apple, I know there's leaves, and I know there's spice. And I think for fall scents, this is one of my favorites from them. This is one of their newer formulas, not the newest, but it's newer. It doesn't have the paraffin in it. Did not perform as well as their paraffins did in this when I used to buy it, but it was a clean burn, and it performed okay, considering it's Yankee. if that tells you anything. I wouldn't rebuy it though. I also finished up my Spooky Sweets. This is the Halloween candle I got for free for my birthday. It was a really clean burn, and I like the scent. It's kind of a woody vanilla body care. I wouldn't think of it as being a sweet I would eat, however. It's definitely a body care and edible vibe. I really liked it, but it did not have good strength. Really only could smell it if you were near it, and even then, light. I got through Pink Sands. Now this one I actually would buy again. It's not necessarily a powerhouse, but you can smell it and you do get a sense of it in the room. Again, I don't remember the scent notes. I know there's melon in it and it's very sweet and kind of creamy. Goose Creek does do a dupe of this called Pink Beach, which I also really like. So I don't know if I would be drawn to buying Yankees for that reason. I might just buy the dupe from Goose Creek. It's easier to store, it's in the 3-wick format, and it's stronger than that one. And then I also got through my big boy of By the Pool, which they also call Amber and Coconut. I don't get amber or coconut in this. For me, this is aquatic. That chlorine accord is real strong. I get chlorine in this, and it's almost metallic. It's so chlorine. I don't know why. I love it. I love it. It smells like you are, you know, sitting next to a pool. Maybe someone near you has sunscreen on and you've got a fresh towel that was just bleached that you're drying yourself off with. Yeah. Beautiful burn too, super clean. I do have this in a 3-wick vessel and I have 2 of them in the 2-wick. The 2-wick performs really well. It actually was better strength and better throw. This was pretty weak. Also really difficult to come to full wax pool, even in a hurricane with an Illuma lid. So glad to be done with the single-wick vessel and happy to move on to the other ones. That's all I have for Yankee. I have 2 from Kringle. One of those is the saltwater taffy in the 3-wick. Loved this painted jar. It was really pretty when lit. However, y'all, this has no strength or throw. It is sea salt, sugar, vanilla, strawberry, fruit, and sweet. No strength either. Like, you could barely smell this if you were standing next to it. It's sad because it is a very authentic saltwater taffy, and I absolutely would rebuy it if I could smell it. But I cannot. I guess I could try it if it ever came out in a 4-wick, but I don't want a 4-wick of saltwater taffy in my house. The hubs got through another one of his cosmic cupcakes. There is a little bit of wax left in here, but we stopped burning it because the wicks came loose, like literally just dislodged, and we're traveling and we didn't want to risk that. Plus we have, I think, 6 of these left, 3 in the large jar and 3 in the medium jar. This just smells like Fruit Loop frosting to me. Beautiful, like blended citrus and a buttercream. I want to eat it. Yeah. Beautiful wax color too. It does get a bit swampy about the halfway point. If you stop trimming your wicks, it helps, but it never really comes back to full life. Even with that issue, rebuy worthy for me. I have 2 from Homeworx, Slatkin & Co. One of them is the cotton candy. This is whipped rainbow sugar, sticky marshmallow, raspberry sugar, and confetti sprinkles, also known as unscented. Yeah, I can't even smell this on cold anymore. Clean burn though. Got all the way to the end. No issues with burn quality, but absolutely no strength, and I couldn't smell it. This one almost as bad. I got a little bit of scent out of this one, but basically unscented as well. So I don't recommend you pick up either of these. The berry snow cone, red berries, bubbly citrus, juicy red apple, and shaved sugar ice. Yeah, I love the fruitiness of this. I like the sweetness of it. I feel like I get like a blue raspberry vibe from this. Clean burn. Just couldn't smell it. So would not recommend that either. That is a one and done for me. And then I have 2 candles from small businesses. One is the pumpkin spice from that candle place. Clean burn. Issues with strength on this one. And I had consistently dudding wicks pretty much the second half. I did do a review on this one. It was as warm as I felt like I could be. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to give you my honest opinion. Shelby has reached out to me on Instagram and said she wanted to troubleshoot the issues with my candle. I haven't replied back. Honestly, I just don't feel like I have time. I will also say that since I did my review, she did go onto her website and change her listings. They now say 20 ounce, but then 17 ounce pour. So I was correct in stating that this is not a 20 ounce pour. She has since updated her webpage to reflect a more accurate listing of what you get with that candle. Not a rebuy for me, and I probably won't shop that particular business, at least for now. I think she's working out the kinks in her product, which I can respect. She's internalizing feedback. I appreciate that. Christopher Robin from circa 1955, another small business. This one I would not rebuy, and this is the grossest, worst burn I've ever had from circa 1955. I don't know what happened. The wicks just pulverized. They kept shredding and burning. It didn't affect the smell. It is just very, very, very ugly. And I have burned, at this point, it's got to be about half of Nicole's candle selections. I own a lot of circa 1955. And my rate right now is about 50-50 of whether or not the candle will perform before the third burn, of whether or not I'll get a wax pool that looks like this, of whether or not I'll get wicks that implode or don't implode. So I would say exercise caution at this point with this brand. She has some really, really stellar candles, including Tigger and Rabbit, Oogie Boogie, Lemonade. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I've really enjoyed. Backside of Water. She has some really good stuff, but she also has some that ends up never as bad as this, but ugly and maybe not as strong. This one is not very strong, super light. I would not repurchase this one. So don't recommend that one for you either. That's all I have for candles. I did get through one of my Bic lighters. Now, one of y'all asked me why I don't use rechargeable lighters. I do. I have a rechargeable lighter in every room. But I buy these for new candles because you really have to keep it lit for a long time to get the wick to go when you have a new candle. And the electric lighter I have automatically times out. And it's really annoying to feel like you're just getting to the point where it's going to light and then the lighter turns off and you kind of have to start that cycle over again. So I only use these for my new candles, but I usually go through about one a month because I light a lot of new candles, y'all. Every single one of these was a new candle this month. It's a lot. So I do go through these, but I only use them when lighting a fresh candle. So just keep that in mind. I am environmentally conscious. Trust me, if I were buying lighters, I'd have like 20 empty a month with the number of candles I go through. It would be bonkers. And then I also got through a Mrs. Meyer's dish soap in the tomato vine scent. And this one smells just like tomato vine. It is divine. I really enjoyed it. Recently switched over to Dawn foaming spray soap. I don't think I'm going to go back to Mrs. Meyer's. I have found, and I have been shopping this brand for several years, the soap is starting to leave like fragrance residue on my dishes, and it makes my food taste funny. It makes my water taste funny. I don't want that. So I'm going back to Dawn and the spray foam. So I like the way they smell, but I don't like that they don't rinse off fully from my dishes. It's kind of gross. All right, y'all. That is everything for the second half of September. Let me know below if you burned any of these and share with me if you had a similar experience. That will validate me. If it was different, I appreciate that as well. I always like to grow the sample size and let other viewers know that their experience may not be like mine. That's always good. I like diverse opinions and experiences. If you had a favorite in here, let me know. If you had one where you're like, ooh, why did you like that? I want to know that too. You can judge me. It's kind of fun to self-reflect. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching me today. Make sure you're subscribed because I have some other good stuff coming down the pipeline, including a Goose Creek Harry Potter collab video that you're not going to want to miss. That'll be out next week. I have another Wax Melt Wednesday. That will be an Empties video on Wednesday. And I don't know. I have a couple of other good reviews. So make sure you stick around and subscribe so that I show up in your YouTube feed. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.